difficult to obtain due to the fact that it is only available to people who are invited to use it. The Citigroup Chairman American Express card offers an all-day personal concierge, a travel rewards program, complimentary lounge access and opportunities to purchase private jet services, room upgrades at Hilton hotels, and much, much more. Number 3 is the Straightest Rewards Visa card. The Straightest Rewards Visa card is a highly exclusive credit card that is commonly called the White Card. This credit card is available only by invitation. The target audience for this credit card are high net worth customers who frequently use private jets to travel and are looking to rack up credit card points while doing so. Straightest Rewards Visa card has an annual fee of $1,500. Holders of this card can pool their earned points to redeem them for free flight hours on private marquee jets. Other perks of this credit card include quarterly gifts of trend-setting items, complimentary car service, upgrades and special amenities at luxury hotels, and upscale merchandise discounts. With the Straightest Rewards Visa card, cardholders can also redeem their points for consultation with lifestyle experts and famous personalities. Number 2 is the J.P. Morgan Palladium card. The J.P. Morgan Palladium card is an exclusive offering for the wealthiest of J.P. Morgan Chase clients. This means that to even get a chance to look at this credit card, you must at least be a customer of J.P. Morgan with $250,000 or more in investable assets. The Palladium card has an annual fee of $595. This may seem steep, but this credit card offers perks like no other will. All other typical credit card transaction fees are instantly waived for holders of this credit card. The card itself is made of pure palladium, and the card is also adorned with 23-karat gold, and its logo and card number are etched in by laser. Since the card alone is of such value, card members also receive a plastic version of their Palladium card for use among the public. The upsides of owning the Palladium card include top-tier concierge services, unlimited complimentary access to more than 600 airport lounges, access to private marquee jets, a travel rewards program, and guaranteed first-class upgrades when flying on British Airways. And number 1 is the American Express Centurion card. The American Express Centurion card, which is known simply as the Black Card, is the most famous and exclusive credit card in existence. In order to get your hands on this elusive credit card, you have to pay not only a steep one-time initiation fee of $5,000, but also a staggering $2,500 annual fee. Because of the high costs associated with owning this credit card, very few people in the world will ever see it. If you ever do manage to get your hands on one of these, you'll probably notice that the Black Card is made of solid titanium, unlike most plastic credit cards. There's no way for you to obtain a Black Card other than through an invitation from American Express. The entry requirements for the Black Card are kept a closely guarded secret, but it is believed that you must show 6-figure annual spending habits in order to even be considered. But the Black Card certainly has its perks. These include a dedicated concierge, complimentary airline tickets, access to airport lounges, flight upgrades, complimentary hotel nights for personal shoppers at luxury retailers, and the ability to shut down luxury shopping outlets so you can go about your shopping without being disturbed by anybody else. For more top lists just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon on your mobile or on your desktop. Click the gear icon and click send notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
An ally has been slain.
Always be prepared.
An ally has been slain.
You can turn back now, or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. The gift is a bypass, a component of creation, in a world evolving into ever higher forms. Hatred, violence, aggression, and war are part of the evolution of the planet. But where do they fit? Why do they exist? What possible service do they provide? These are some of the questions behind the Lucifer Principle, which is, by the way, our candidate for Best Book, Worst Title. This is a category that we made the award for, because that's how much I like the title. Hey everybody, that's Matt behind the camera. I'm Ben. That makes this stuff they don't want you to know. just got a quick update here. Again, this book is written by a fellow named Harold Bloom. He's quite erudite, and I think that he makes a number of great points. This book is, the subtitle is Scientific Expedition into the Coast of History. So the questions that Harold Bloom asks are things like, what drives some members of a society to fail? What unknown forces do we typically perceive of as deleterious or harmful to society? And how are those forces, the aggression between groups of rival religions or something like that, how are these forces part of the great game of evolution? So there are 5 points upon which this book is organized. I'm going to tell you enough just to get you interested, and not to spoil everything, because there's some pretty cool stuff in there. Pretty upsetting, but pretty cool. So concept number 1, the principle of self-organizing systems, replicators. So these are the ideas of the great assembly line factories. You could compare it to a car factory that builds cars and other cars that build cars. The best example for us, I'll just read from him. The natural assembly units, genes are one good example, crank out their goods so cheaply that the end results are wholly expendable. Among those expendable products are you and me. So that's human individuals as largely expendable byproducts, like genetic replicating machine. And bad news, my adult males Okay, so concept number 2, the superorganism. So this argument is that we're not rugged individuals. Instead, we're disposable parts of a much larger collective being, that being the human species. Concept number 3, the new self-replicating cluster of ideas. So these are, according to Harold Bloom, visions that become the glue that holds together civilizations, giving each culture's distinctive shape, making some intolerant of dissent and others who embrace diversity. Concept number 4, the neural net, or the group mind. We have some cool stuff about that coming up. And concept number 5, the pecking order, of course. The alpha to the omegas. It's something, this hierarchy kind of exists from insects all the way up to modern man. So with these 5 simple ideas, Harold Bloom is building this argument again that there is a reason and an evolutionary or biological logic behind what we see as acts of wanton destruction and atrocity. And of course, he, I guess, decided to call this the Lucifer principle because Lucifer is by far one of the most popular villains in human stories. There is a nice little touch of optimism here at the end, a little bit of light at the tunnel, where he talks about the unique ability of the common man or woman to imagine a world that does not yet exist. And he kind of leaves that note, he doesn't delve into it too much, but he leaves it as the silver lining on the dark gray cloud of intrinsic human evil. I think this is a great book to read, and if you are interested in learning more about large-scale sociological events or biology, but heck, any number of disciplines, this book is all over the place. I don't think you can read what Harold says. I don't think you should. But if you would like to learn more about what makes people, especially religions, behave the way that they do, for instance, why do some religions technically espouse peace, but in practice allow horrible, horrible acts of destruction, or why things exist at school, we learn more about in this book. And that's it. We have a crazy day today, so we're going to jump in and do some more stuff that we can hopefully tell you about in later videos. But until then, thank you for watching. As always, thanks for giving us.
X-Men Days of Future Past is just days away, and we figured we aren't the only ones who are really excited about it, so we decided to dig up some obscure facts about the Wolverine and the rest of the X-Men. Behold, here are 7 things you didn't know about the X-Men. Probably. One X-Men everybody knows is Wolverine, a.k.a. Logan. Well, you probably didn't know that Logan actually isn't his real name. Wolverine's real name is James Howard. This was revealed in the Origins comic series, where we learned that he took the name from a character named Dog Logan, a family friend who later betrayed him. How come he didn't steal the name Dog? Playing the Wolverine in X-Men was a breakout role for Hugh Jackman. It's what catapulted him to superstar status, scoring parts in other cinema classics like this. But most people don't know that with Days of Future Past under his belt, this would be the 7th time Hugh Jackman has played Wolverine, a record for how many times a comic book character has been played by the same actor in films with a theatrical release. He's also the only actor to appear in the entire X-Men film series, even though a lot of fanboys went ballistic when they cast a 6'2" guy to play the Wolverine back in 2000, it seems to have worked out pretty well. Minus this. The X-Men is, straight up, an awesome name for a superhero. But, did you know that Stan Lee originally wanted to name the series Mutants? The Marvel publisher heard the name and basically said, hell no. Which is a really good thing, because I don't think I'd be as excited to see the Merry Mutants Days of Future Past. There are actually way more X-Men. While Days of Future Past shows us X-Men as better than prior, there are some mutants in the X-Men universe that we're pretty sure will never, ever make it to the silver screen, because they're terrible. One such character was Skin, whose superpower was having several feet of saggy, stretchy skin that he could control. Considering we already have to spend most of our lives protecting our skin from, scrapes and cuts and sun and speed, all this guy was really good for was needing all the band-aids after a battle. Another X-guy we won't ever see in the movies is Maggie. His power was he had 2 super band-aids that could digest anything. He was basically a glorified loser with a kid in the cafeteria at lunchtime who would eat anything if you gave him $1. There was also Ray, whose power was having invisible skin. That's not so much a superpower as it is a terrible problem. Oh, and he can also transplant his invisible skin power to other mutants. I guess so that they could experience how much it sucked firsthand. Keep your lame non-powers to yourself. Let's jump right into this one because it's kind of hard. Professor X totally wanted to bang an underage girl. Stick with me, guys. We'll get through this together. See, in X-Men issue number 3, Charles Xavier is in love with Jean Grey, who was 15 at this time in the comics. The professor kept his boner for the teenage Jean Grey a total secret for a decade, which is both correct and a long time to hold on to a secret boner. Can we sort of have that, a secret boner, but no, okay, I'll get back to work though. Anyway, Professor X did finally confess to his secret boner to Moira McTaggart in 1976 issue, and based on what he says, it sounds like he had moved on from being in love with Jean Grey by then anyway. Probably because she got old. All you diehard fans who think Marvel can do more wrong might kind of hate this thing, but it's the truth. The X-Men are a ripoff. A few months before the first X-Men comic was released by Marvel, DC had already started their own band of mutated humans with superpowers forced to the outskirts of humanity because of their gifts, called the Doom Patrol. That might sound like a coincidence, but it gets worse. The Doom Patrol, which again came out before the X-Men, had the tagline for World's Strangest Heroes on the cover. The X-Men's first issue tagline, the strangest superheroes of all. And it gets even worse. Here's an image of the Doom Patrol, who, wouldn't you know it, are led by a wheelchair-bound dude called the Chief. He's basically a lumberjacky Professor X. And one more thing, the Doom Patrol battles with the Brotherhood of Evil, which sounds a lot like Magneto's group in X-Men, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. But by a lot like, I mean it's literally the exact name plus the word mutants. Let's bring things full circle and close this one out with the Wolverine. You probably didn't know that Wolverine is actually technically obese.
Go fuck yourself.
Since he's only 5'2" and his metal skeleton makes him weigh about 300 pounds, he's actually in the extreme obesity range based on his BMI. Hey, Biggest Loser, got an idea for the next season? Thank me later. That's it for today, but there are lots of other fun X-Men reactions. So, sound off in the comments and let us know if you guys have any good ones. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to Cinefix for more true-ish things about movies and sometimes movies, right here on your main channel.
Get out of this.
An ally has been slain. Double kill.
There's a new Godzilla movie coming out that has all of us at Cinefix pretty excited. So we're devoting this week's episode of Things You Didn't Know to the King of Kaiju. Here are 7 things you didn't know about Godzilla. Probably. Godzilla's iconic roar is one of the most recognizable sound effects in history. But most people don't know how the original Godzilla filmmakers actually achieved the sound. It was created by rubbing a resin-coated glove on the strings of a double bass. They then took the resulting sound and manipulated it in an echo chamber.
Killing spree.
In 1899, Nikola Tesla had an interview with a certain journalist John Smith, when Tesla said everything is the light. In one of its rays is the fate of nations. Each nation has its own ray, and that great light force will please the of the sun. In this interview, its greatest inventor and seer of modern time unraveled a new vision of humanity which reads, the light warrior was the first and the last hour has created a century later. A must-read for every ascended master from the PhD. Part of this interview is dedicated to Tesla's critics on Einstein's theory of relativity that describes behavior as energy. I have proved in the new theory of the universal law why Einstein's theory of relativity is entirely wrong and why there is no vacuum, void, and that everything is energy. Thus I confirm Tesla's career. Mr. Tesla, you have gained the glory of the man who got involved in the cosmic processes. Who are you, Mr. Tesla?
It is a right question, Mr. Smith, and I will try to give you the right answer to it.
Some say you're from the country of Phoenicia, from the area called Leica, where together with the people are growing trees, rocks and stray skies. They say that your home village is named after the mountain flower, and that the house, where you were born, is next to the forest and the church.
Really, all the true. I'm proud of my Serbian origin and my Croatian homeland.
Futurists say that the 20th and 21st century was born in head of Nikola Tesla. They celebrate Conversely magnetic field and sing hymns to induction's engine. Their creator was called the hunter who caught the light in his net from the depths of the earth, and the warrior who captured fire from heaven. Father of alternating current will make the physics and chemistry dominate our world. Industry will proclaim him as their supreme saint, a banker for the largest benefactors. In the laboratory of Nikola Tesla for the first time is broken atom. There is created a weapon that causes the earthquake vibrations.
What?
There are discovered black cosmic rays.
What?
Yeah. How I go back to put the thing on automatic?
Go to your profile. Go to your profile.